Hi Sugarfoot, and welcome back to my channel. This is another episode in Reset My Life, and I will be discussing why I had my tubes removed, as you hear my last production in the background. So in order for me to explain why I had my tubes removed, I need to go back. Okay, I never wanted to have kids, and I'll elaborate on that. I didn't want to physically push a child out of my body. When I was younger, I used to watch A Baby Story all the time. And A Baby Story, it just looks so cute, you know. They don't show the gory stuff in A Baby Story. So I went and looked it up one day. When I saw what women had to go through to get the baby out, I said, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I absolutely do not want to do that. No, thank you. And I decided I was going to wait until I was 40 and adopt. There are so many babies in the foster care system that need homes. I was gonna adopt. That was my thinking, right? That was what I thought. I became of age. I think I was around 22, 23. I looked around for doctors. I was trying to find a doctor that would do a tubal ligation on someone that was as young as me. No such thing. I brought it up to my personal doctor, and she was like, no, you might change your mind, da da da. I couldn't find a doctor that would do it. Let's fast forward a couple years. I also told myself, as you guys know, I've had an abortion before because I didn't want to have a baby. But after having that abortion and that experience, I hated that experience. So I'm like, if I get pregnant again, I'm just gonna have the baby. Like that's just it. Fast forward to COVID, none but time on my hands, right? I get pregnant. I had already made up my mind. I already told myself that I was gonna do it, so I did it. Had a baby. After giving birth, after experiencing pregnancy and giving birth, I was even more pro-choice, okay? No one should ever have to go through that experience if they don't want to. Luckily, in my head, I already knew this is what you're doing, so I was more willing to accept my circumstances and what I was going through. But pregnancy, horrible. Birth, labor, goodness. My pregnancy, mind you, my pregnancy with my son was better than my pregnancy with my daughter. My pregnancy with my daughter was just torture. Morning sickness, dizziness, heartburn. I had heartburn so bad I slept like this, and it was still pushing up. That's how bad my throat was on fire, and it caused headaches, nausea, heartburn, headaches, dizziness, fatigue, all rolled in one. And then I gained 40 pounds with my son. Oh, hated it. Labor, contractions. I just knew this was not something you did because a law said so. This is a choice you need to make. This is an educated choice that you needed to make, and no one should be forced to do this. Now, after I had my son, I knew that I wanted a daughter, right? I knew that I wanted a daughter. I wanted both of my kids to have the same parents. That was like a thing for me. So that's what I did. And I got pregnant. When I got pregnant with her, it was a lot happening at the time. So she was like my little miracle baby, right? It was just too much going on at that time. But at my first prenatal appointment, the first thing I did, give me them papers. Once she is out, you can remove these tubes immediately. I don't ever want to experience this a day in my life. My pregnancy with her, did you poop? Are you over there pooping, girl? My pregnancy with her, my gosh. I had such bad morning sickness. I lost 10 pounds in the first 3 months. I was losing weight with her. I lost weight with her. I couldn't eat anything. I was, okay. You don't want me talking about you? I couldn't eat with her. I was throwing up. It was just so bad. My morning sickness, I keep talking. But my morning sickness was, what am I saying? My morning sickness with her didn't stop until I was about 8 months pregnant. Dizziness, crazy. I felt like I was about to faint so many times. I had bad cramps. I went to the hospital like 2 or 3 times throughout my pregnancy, like the emergency room, because you don't want me talking about her. So with my pregnancy with her, I already knew, okay, after I have her, there's no more kids coming out of this body. I need to get my life back on track. I have been a stay-at-home mom for nearly 5 years. This is not the life I envisioned for myself. I never wanted to just be home. Being home with the kids, sure, but I want to do something else. I don't want to just be mom. Like, so I knew once I gave birth to her, the tubes were removed and there will be no possibility of another child coming out of here, because I don't need to slow down. I need to pick up the pace. I need to be moving. I need to be out, okay? And she going outside with. I can honestly say, if I found a doctor in my early 20s that did the procedure and didn't give me as much pushback as they did when I was in that time, I think I would have been just as happy with life as I am now. I know for certain I would have been further with my career, but I know that I can envision both sets of lives. I can envision my life with and without kids, and I can see happiness in both pictures. So them saying I'm gonna regret it, I'm gonna want kids later, I'm gonna want to do that, I still have not changed my mind on that. Giving birth to a child is literally, you're putting your life on the line to do these things. It's so many complications that comes with pregnancy. It's so many things that could go wrong, so many things that could go right. There's a lot of things that could go right, but they don't tell you about all the things that could possibly go wrong. Like I ended up with ICP. I've never heard of that. And I had to be induced with her. And they were talking about fetal mortality. Like, there's things that just know I could be happy with both sets of lives. If I got the surgery in my 20s or not, I could absolutely find happiness in both places. And my happiness is based on me, not how fruitful I can be. That's why I got my tubes tied. I need to remove that from my life. Ugh, the fear of finding out that you're pregnant is crazy. No more of that for me, okay? Your girl has been neutered. If you have gotten this far, thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload, and let me know, what is your stance on female sterilization? Is that what it is? Tubal ligation. Let's go with tubal ligation. Let's keep it PG. What is your stance on tubal ligation? I'll see you guys in my next video.